That was great. All right, Katie. Good, whatever time it is, wherever you are.
Well, I was just thinking how nice it was to have the youth caucus on this late, because it's the only folks that it's not past their bedtime. So I think your timing was
it's
just
not
right.
past my bedtime. Just as an FYI.
And I'm hoping, first thing is you can read the vote from abroad over my shoulder, right? On Zoom. And on Facebook, it's switched. So all you people on Facebook Live, it's like a secret code for you. You can reverse it in your heads. Angela and Ann, I would show you outside. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a little too bright in the Arizona sunshine out there.
Yes, vote from abroad.
But you guys have been unbelievable, fantastic, true marathoners. And I wish that we did have a big fat medal on a wide ribbon to put around your necks when you are hitting the finish line pretty soon.
No, that's completely unnecessary. We're not doing this for a medal or to show, how great we are. We wanted to inform people about what's going on, the issues, what they can do. And hopefully we've done that. The first half of this video, we had 5,400 people who watched live. So I don't know. I haven't checked the stats on this one, but on the Facebook Live video. But I'm just glad that we could help a lot of people. Maybe some people saw this and they never thought about climate change, or they hadn't thought very much about it. And hopefully we've given them some food for thought.
Well, I have loved listening in to a whole lot of it, but I also like the 6 hours of sleep that I got in between and a little wake up yoga on the mat next door during that TED talk, which was great.
Thank you.
You guys are going to have to rehydrate and rest up. After some marathons, you're going to have some, I don't know what, maybe your smiling muscles are going to be really sore, but take it easy tomorrow. Anyway, I will start my section if you want. And I wanted to say at the beginning, Democrats Abroad is 56 years old now. We had our 50th anniversary in 2014. We've been around since before we had the right to vote. About 10 years, we fought for the right to vote from overseas and helped to make that happen. But there's something happening in Democrats Abroad the last couple of years that I have not seen in my, 17 years I've been involved actively. And coincidentally, with that Trump election, we have become resistors and caucus members and leaders like you guys. And that's not a coincidence, but we have learned so much, and this organization has grown and changed so much in the last 3 years. We've really learned a lot. And now it's our job in this critical presidential election to turn these resistors into voters, to turn all the activists, the climate activists, into voters. And so I've loved how many people on this long marathon have talked about the importance of voting. And that's the bottom line for us, is getting all these people to the polls. Earlier in the conversation, when Heidi Birch, the head of the GOTV team for Democrats Abroad, was on, we had a little chat in the box there about 8 touches being the number that people need to hear about something political before they do it. That's a number I heard lately from the GOTV coordinator for Phoenix, Arizona, where I am sheltering in place right now. We don't think you need 8 touches for Democrats Abroad members. We think our people are a little bit more ready to do the thing that they need to do. And I, of course, want to talk about phone banking, but I also want to say that there's so many other ways we touch people. You guys have touched so many people today. We send emails from the global GOTV team. We send them from our chapters and our countries. We're doing social media like crazy. Angela, of course, you know that because you're helping so much with that. We do virtual events. We always have, but we're really making that pivot in such a positive way. And we've been sending postal mail. We're coloring postcards. We're beginning to send them to voters. And some of our countries have sent out amazing postal mail to voters who are never getting anything in the mail. So all these ways we're touching people. Phone banking, of course, is my passion. And I'd like to go back and talk about it just a little bit, because it's the touch that's really interactive. Of course, we've had a lot of nice conversation today, but I'm not sure all 540 people asked a question, but or wrote in the box, or maybe they did, because I wasn't here all the time. Phone banking is the place where you get to really interact with the voter. And the beauties of phone banking are that it can be done by, from home, that it builds community, especially in this time when we're at home, to make the calls, to get the calls, and we're feeling the need for community. It's also an excellent way to clean our database. And the only good data is clean data. And when we finish the calling that we're doing now, when we are really intensifying this in the late summer and in September, we're only going to be calling good numbers and people that we know live in our countries. And then phone banking gives volunteers something meaningful to do, and they want to help. This is really important work. And the last thing, and the most important thing about it, is it's effective. We know that. We've been tracking people who get calls, they go and vote. In Germany, almost half the people we called showed up at the global presidential primary. And only about 24% of our members showed up in general. So we really do know it worked. There's a couple things we could do now. Angela, you prepared some really beautiful clips from Revis. But I'd like to go to the second slide here first, if we could, and talk about Anne's donation. Who was on the call, 10 hours ago? When did you ask about a donation, Anne? You did ask.
It was in our candidate information meeting.
Yeah, it was.
And I was surprised. I'd heard the rumor before of what a bargain it is to donate to DA. I wasn't sure of the details.
Yeah, well, I did a little slide. So Angela, you had this slide up a minute ago. Do you see the second slide now at that link? I sent it to, I don't hear you, Angela.
I know, I know I was on mute. There's no second slide, but I have this slide. Hang on.
All right, I sent a link in that WhatsApp group. I don't know if you can go there.
Maybe you did.
No, it's a different
maybe I didn't
slide.
see it. Maybe it's with your Zoom link. Lost.
Okay.
Forever.
Can I share my screen?
Yes, please
how
do that.
scary would that be?
Not scary at all. It's just click the button.
Okay, but then I don't really know where I'll end up on my.
Well, do you have what you want to share?
Just a
open?
Second. No, I don't. So let
Okay,
me go there
that's
first to find out where that baby would be. I have to move something around here. I can get to that. You guys, is there any questions or comments in the chat while I'm trying to? Ooh, that's nice how I just moved the pictures on my screen.
We are all talked out. No one wants to
bet
talk.
You are.
No one is questioning anything. This would be the time for an authoritarian coup.
All right, if I could do two things at once, I would read the countries that are calling, because I went on Call Hub just a few minutes ago to see what people were doing right now. Okay, I'm on. That's cool. I'm happy about that. Let me now go back and try to share my screen. Where did that nice button go to share? Yeah, because you guys all moved to the bottom. Click
It's
to add.
just a green button on the Zoom screen.
Okay, I'm on, and let me make sure I'm on the Zoom screen. Oh, I wasn't. Okay, it's a green button, share. And can I do it? Am I presenter?
Just pick whatever. Yes, if you have it as a presenting slide, but actually share it first and then turn it on presenter.
Okay, I'm on share at basic. I'm now going to share advanced.
No,
yeah,
just go to share and then just pick whatever screen you want.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. So I got some other stuff open. There it is. There it is. Now I see it. Do you see it?
Yes.
It's not big and beautiful, but it talks about your $5. And you asked earlier, what if I have that much to give to DA? All right. All right. Depends on what country you're calling and how long you're on the phone, but the average is about 25 cents per call on Call Hub, the platform we're using. So your $5 is going to buy you 20 calls, and that's going to take some volunteer somewhere, probably 30 minutes to do. So you're going to get some volunteer time also for that $5. And if you're just starting to call, it might take you 40 minutes. And if you're more experienced, you'll be clicking through real fast. So 20 calls. With 20 calls, that person or you will talk to about 6 Democrats Abroad members. About 1 out of 3 picks up. You'll leave about 10 messages. And most of the messages you leave will be a voicemail that says the name of the member. So you know you've got the right house, or it says their family name. About half of the people that you talk to, according to the tracking we've been doing, are going to do the thing we ask them. So they're going to go to votefromabroad.org and request their ballot. About 3 people. About a third, and I made up that number, but I know it's lower than the people we talk to. About a third of those that we send a message to through Call Hub are going to go do the thing we ask. So that's another 3 people. And then we've got this really cool new text feature where you, in the middle of the call, or as soon as you end it, and you either talk or don't talk to the person, you can send them a follow-up text that says, great, nice talking to you. Please go to Vote From Abroad. Or, sorry, I missed you. Please go to Vote From Abroad. And for us in Germany, that text comes from a Germany number, which is now the DAG phone banking phone. We know that people are going when we're contacting them in this way. The very interesting thing about the 3 that you talk to, they said out loud to you that they are going to go to Vote From Abroad. And the fact that they did that is such a strong, strong motivator for them to actually do it. So at the bottom here, $5, you have engaged 6 voters, and you've gotten at least 3 of them to commit to go to votefromabroad.org. It's a pretty good spend, isn't it? So for the folks who want to do that and know that the more calls we make, and we're making more and more and more of them, you know, every day, we probably are stopped in Europe, but we're still calling in the Americas. Go to democratsabroad.org/donate, and at contribution purpose, scroll down and give to support phone banking. And think about that. It's more, you know, than $1 per $1 that you're going to put in there. So how many votes do you want to buy this year? I mean, how many votes do you want to support this year? Yeah, so I just scribbled down who's calling. There are a whole bunch of callers on Call Hub this past week from Israel, from Spain, from the UK, from Germany, and then just a lot of other countries who maybe are calling on the regional campaigns. Philippines, Guatemala, Switzerland, Hungary, Austria, France, Italy, the DR is calling like crazy, the Dominican Republic, Denmark, Australia, Sweden, Canada, Ecuador, UAE, Netherlands, Singapore, Japan, South Korea, and Thailand. So wonderful. That's, you know, some additional or some remarks about phone banking. I don't know if there's any comments or questions in the box. Do we have any callers who are online now? Should I stop sharing my screen?
Yes, you can stop sharing your screen.
I can't believe I figured that out.
Of course, it's very simple. You are a competent woman. There's no reason that you couldn't have figured it out. Yes, there are, everyone, if you can, it would be great if you could donate at least $5. Phone banking is a really effective way to get our members to vote. And we have hundreds of thousands of members, and it's going to take some time to call them all. So the more people we have phone banking, the more people we get called, the more likely we might win the election, because it's very important to win. Whether Joe Biden, whether you're riding with Biden and you're that way all the time, or you're someone who's a Bernie Sanders supporter and think that Biden is not good enough, it doesn't matter. He will be made good enough by our platform, and we will demand more from him. We will not sit idly by when he is elected and just accept what he's dishing out to us, or what the Congress or the Senate, when we have full control of the House and the Senate. We will not.
No. And he will appoint wonderful people, and we will make sure that they get approved in the Senate, which we will control.
Yes.
Really critical, really, really critical. So we're getting better all over the world with using this great tool, Call Hub. One thing that we've really learned in Germany and it's been a year that we've been building up our team there, is for this to be the most effective. We've got almost 15,000 members. We want to call them 3 times to make sure we get to them. So, we're talking 45,000 calls, which is nothing. The GOTV coordinator from Phoenix told me a couple of days ago, in the next couple of weeks, he wants to make 250,000 calls.
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to
Okay.
make a few calls in Phoenix, but I'm going to keep making more for Democrats abroad because our lists are good. We're calling people that want to hear from us. Our info is critical to them to vote. They're really grateful. And in Germany, like I said earlier today, we were a little nervous about calling now because we thought people are, kind of freaked out. It's a very trying time. Exactly the opposite. People are so happy to hear from us. Our first question in our script now is, how are you and your family doing? And they want to answer. They want to tell us. And they're not whining. They're telling us. And then they're happy to talk about something else, which is voting and voting out these bozos that are not leading us through this crisis. So in Germany, we have over the last couple of months been making this program more effective because we're trying to make more calls, but more sustainable because we've got callers all over our country and we have coordinators in every chapter. So we have a whole bunch of callers. And we have some mega callers. Thank you, mega callers. If you're out there, you're amazing. But, having a lot of people make fewer calls means that we can keep going. We're going to be able to make it, all the way through November and beyond. So please, all of you, and Jim, I think I saw something in the box there from Spain. I know you guys are also making a ton of calls. Keep recruiting callers. Ask them to make 5 calls. It's for some people a little complicated, like me trying to get into this call and share my screen. For some people, it's a little hard to get in. Make 5 calls and you're an expert. And if, people can make 5 calls in the next 6 months, that's not really a very big ask, like the $5. Once they make 5, they're going to make more because it is meaningful and you get a lot. It's rewarding. Okay, I don't think there are any questions, are there?
No, there are not.
There was something in the chat which I'm not seeing.
Well, there's a thank you from
Jim.
There's something from Jim and something from, I believe that's Courtney. I can't see the whole name. Yeah, it's Courtney. Thank you for all you do, phone banking. I hope you are enjoying the wonderful Arizona sun. Yes, I'm enjoying it too.
The whole climate weather thing, it's hot. It's 2 p.m. My mom just came in the back. Do you guys see her?
No.
Hi, Joe. Because she's right. It's hot. I'm hot in a short sleeve t-shirt. Yeah, it's going to start cooking here, but it is what it is. And it is sunny. That's one thing. I don't know how much time you guys have for now, Angela, and I can't believe the stamina of you two. You made these lovely videos of Revis, one of our great callers from the Frankfurt area.
Yeah,
they're not long. If you want to show them, I think that the main message I saw from those, you have 3 clips, one of her explaining. Hi, Joe, come on in. They can almost see you. This is my 93-year-old mother, Joe Solon, who has not made any calls yet today.
Oh, yeah.
The main message I got from those Revis clips was how just really pleasant and easy and informative and rewarding that she makes it look. She's sitting at her dining room table. I know she's made a lot of calls. I've only communicated with her in the past by email and phone, so I was really happy to see her in person.
All right, that one is the
If I
first
take
one.
this, you can hear
Why
it.
we phone bank. Actually, I'll do a shorter one, a simple phone call. How's that?
Cool.
All right, let us let us share with the world.
Angela, I must say too, you're a great interviewer. You're off screen. Your questions are right on. They're really calm, whatever. Well done.
Thank you. I talk a lot. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Revis again, and I want to make a few more calls because I'd like to give you some examples, so I'm hoping they'll come up in the machine. So, it's ringing. Answering machine. Hello. This is Revis Hiltz Ward, and I'm a volunteer with Democrats Abroad. And I'm just calling to ask if you have registered to vote for the upcoming 2020 election. It's really important that you do so if you haven't. Please go to the site votefromabroad.org. That's all in one word, votefromabroad.org. If you click start and you fill out the form, you can send it in. And if you haven't heard from your office, your local election official, that you have been registered, please check with them to make sure that they've received it. If you have any questions, please go to the online chat desk on votefromabroad.org. It's the orange circle at the bottom of the screen, or email us at gotv@democratsabroad.org. Thank you so much, and I do hope that you will register to vote and vote in the upcoming election. It is so important. Thank you. Bye-bye.
She has a beautiful voice.
Yeah.
I can see why she's well received as a vote maker. Beautiful voice. Even on the answering machine, it sounds lovely. I want to call her back.
Really,
Yes,
really
she's a
love.
very nice person. Very nice.
Yeah. And, you know, our scripts have simplified since the one that she was using. So we've made them even tighter, especially leave a message. We've tried to. But when you start making calls, you often get dissatisfied with the script. As soon as you feel comfortable and you know what the main points are, you can adjust it. You can adapt. You can talk in your voice, you know, in your order. But really, always there are two main talking points, and we try to get them out. I do within the second or third sentence, in case that's all the time you get with somebody. And those 2 points are, number one, vote from abroad, votefromabroad.org. Go to the website. That is the main message. And the second one is the red bubble, the red circle that shows up on every screen of Vote from Abroad. And you can type anything in there. And our experts from DA will answer. They'll either answer or they'll move it on.
Not anything.
Yeah, but you know, I'm almost telling people anything. If you need us, type into that red bubble. You know, it's going to mostly be voting questions, but that is something that no other voter registration website is doing. There's a couple other good sites where overseas voters can go. They can go to the government site. They can go to a nonpartisan site in about, I'm guessing, 20 states now. You can go on the website of your state to register to vote as an overseas voter. In Louisiana, you'll get stuck halfway if you don't have a driver's license from Louisiana, which a lot of overseas voters don't have. But none of those websites have that little red bubble. That's us. That's us really responding to individual voter questions and doing it quickly and doing it accurately. And we helped 30,000 voters in 2016. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Katie. You, as always, are very informative. Let's talk about, we've been on this 16-hour high. So now we've got to come down a little bit. Time is running out. We have a we have a poem, one last poem for the evening. And then we have some thanks to give people and some farewells to say. And then, oh, okay. There are a couple of more voting videos we have to show. So let's just get those out of the way really quick. Then we'll watch the poem, and then we'll say thanks and farewell to all the people that have helped us today, because we couldn't have done it without you. Everyone was absolutely brilliant. Thank you all so much. And you'll get thanked again personally, so just don't think that's no need to hang up and say goodbye. You can at least hang on for another few minutes. You've made it this far. Okay, let's watch another video made from by a member. And if for some reason the last 18,000 people didn't convince you to vote, perhaps this next one will. 1 second.
Hi, my name's Teresa. I'm coming to you from Wiesbaden, Germany. I've lived abroad for more than 20 years. It's always been important to me to vote from abroad, and never more than this year. I think it's a very strange position that we're in this year. Clearly, there's a global pandemic raging, which is the backdrop to everything else, and has strangely put us in a position where the casting of our votes more closely parallels what people at home might end up doing than it ever has before. Namely, we always vote by absentee ballot. We always mail in our ballots. And we may find this November that many, many people at home are going to be doing the same thing. So the solidarity is literal, it's figurative. We want to do everything we can to demonstrate our support and solidarity with our fellow Americans at home. So even though history may show that past elections, like the election of last year, for example, or 2016, were the most consequential elections, it's never been more important to cast your vote than this year. So please go, if you haven't already, go to votefromabroad.org. Request your absentee ballot today. Many states do require that you do it every year. So you're still well in time. Do it now and get ready to cast your vote in November. Thank you.
Okay. And I just have one more. And Anne, did you get the closing document?
Oh,
no, I sent you a link to it. No, hold on.
I'll take a look.
Okay, do that, and I will do some other stuff. One last video.